Good morning and good evening today, even though it's raining here where we're at right now. It's your two best friends with their anime commentary today. My name is Matt, and this is
C Dubs.
C Dubs. So welcome to C Dubs. So C Dubs, before we go into our whole spilling, I'm excited about today's show. How do they need to, find our content?
Please like and follow us at Willing Hands on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, thank you so very much. Like you said, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button. It's free. It helps us out. If you're an anime person just like we are, please help us out. We want our channel to grow. And make sure you hit those comments in the below. Tell us how we're doing. Please don't be too harsh, okay? We're asking you for just ideas for content that we possibly could do. So today's show is a very special show. This show is dedicated to my man. What is his name? I'm gonna let my man say it. We dedicated it to who?
Akira Toriyama.
Akira Toriyama, and we know that he just recently passed. And so, if you're not familiar who Akira Toriyama is, he's the great creator of the one and only GOAT of all animes to myself. I don't care about the big three. They didn't include him in this big three. It's my boy Goku from Dragon Ball franchise, from Dragon Ball Z, GT, and from Dragon Ball Super, which is the latest installment. So I'm just gonna let CW, can you tell us a little bit about Toriyama and just give us some details that our fans may not know about?
Akira Toriyama was born in April of 1955 in Kiyosu, Aichi, Japan. Akira Toriyama has been a mangaka and art designer for many Japanese manga and video games. He has worked on the character designs for franchises such as Dragon Quest, Chrono Trigger, Blue Dragon. He's designed several mascots for various manga magazines, and besides Dragon Ball, he's also worked on several of his own series, such as Jaku Galactic Patrolman, Dr. Slump, and Sandland.
And so, just to give you some facts about the show, Toriyama created Dragon Ball Z in 1984. So Goku is a G, like I said before. So it was created in 1984, and it was initially a manga, and it was written and illustrated by Toriyama for the series, and a weekly Shonen Jump from 1984 to 1985 with like 519 individual chapters. Now, what the greatest part about this is most people may not know that Dragon Ball Z was actually created after an early 8th adaptation of the history of most the significant. So basically, it was designed after a 16th century Chinese novel called The Journey to the West. So I knew this already because I'm just a big fan of it. And it became a popular animated series in America. And long before it hit the sequel of Dragon Ball Z, the manga was written and illustrated by our boy Toriyama. So one of the things that I want to say is I've been watching the show literally from the 80s. And the crazy part about it is back then you couldn't really, it would come on and it would get shut off or whatever else. It really gained traction here in the United States in 1995 or not. And this is because thanks to Cartoon Network, we had the whole Toonami where it was Japanese anime basically being shown and on American television. And so part of Toonami was Dragon Ball Z. They didn't do the Dragon Ball series. They started with the Dragon Ball Z series, which was basically a sequel to the Dragon Ball series. So I'm just going to give you a synopsis. I'll let C-Dub talk. Do you have anything else that you wanted to say about the series?
Yes. While I've never been able to really get into Dragon Ball myself due to it just being hard to keep for someone like me to keep focus with how long it is, it has inspired a lot of the stuff I've been a fan of, and without it I know there would be no One Piece, there'd be no Demon Slayer, Black Clover, My Hero, and such and such. And for that, I am really like glad that the franchise existed. And while I may not never be able to get into like the main series, I always have DBZ Abridged to help me follow the story. And I will always, and also have other parts of the Dragon Ball franchise that have been able to catch my attention and really make me appreciate the franchise.
So just to give you a synopsis of those of you who don't know who Dragon Ball is, and you kind of, if you heard of Kamehameha, it's like Dragon Ball to me. Goku is a pop icon at this point in time. So, but I'm gonna give those of you who may not know who he is. So Dragon Ball starts off with a little boy who's an alien from a planet called Vegeta, right? So he lands on Earth. His grandfather at the time, who's his adopted grandfather, finds him. He raised the little boy to be very kind and gentle. And he goes on this quest to find the Dragon Balls, which these Dragon Balls, if assembled together, you can grant any type of wish that you want. Goku loves the 4-star Dragon Ball because that's the Dragon Ball that his grandfather, in fact, had. So on this, he meets Boma, he meets Chaosu, and he fights all of these different people. And then eventually Goku gets older and gets grown, right? And he they're getting strong to fight in a world tournament, basically. And I want to skip that. So he's trained by his master, which is Master Roshi, and with his friend Krillin, who at first Krillin did not like Goku, but Goku literally uses a wish to bring Krillin back. There's also the fact that he has to fight the villain, which is King Piccolo. King Piccolo, then it's a whole, and I just not to go into everything. So basically, what happens is you have a character who's born of alien descent of a race called Saiyans. These people are strong. They're formative fighters, and if they look at the moon, they can transform into these ape-like creatures who can destroy literally anything. So as we go on, and Goku actually gets grown, the last part of Dragon Ball, he marries his wife, who's Chi Chi. They have a son named Gohan, and basically this starts the whole Dragon Ball Z franchise from the Saiyan saga to the Namek saga to the Ginyu Force to the Frieza saga to the Trunk saga and the Android saga to Cell saga. So all of these different sagas have literally come back. And what I find interesting about the show is that Toriyama said that he was literally good with the ending of Dragon Ball where it was the Buu saga, right? He was not going to create any more movies or anything. He said that he was very confident about his work. And here it comes later on, the Dragon Ball Z movie, which was quite horrible. Did you see that movie?
No, fortunately, I've never seen Dragon Ball Evolution.
Dragon Ball, it wasn't no evolution of it was horrible. The acting was horrible, and because Toriyama actually saw this movie, he was like, I can't let this franchise go out like this. So it caused him to actually go back and develop Dragon Ball Super. And so this is where we have, Goku gets a new form. He becomes a Super Saiyan God and all of this different stuff. So it has been and I'm gonna say this, for anime to be around for 40 years is amazing. One Piece, I think, just recently celebrated 20, almost 30 years of being. Was it 26 or what was it?
I believe it's on its 27th year, I believe now.
Now that's amazing. So, like he said, if it wasn't for Goku, there wouldn't be any Bleach, there wouldn't be any One Piece, there wouldn't be a 20-year anniversary for Naruto. Goku has set the bar very high, and I know people are like, oh, he's OP and all of this, and we can get into these whole fight sequences with him and Sotama from One Punch Man. But let's be real, Goku is the GOAT. He can't be beat, and I said it. We can argue in the comments about it. But what do you think?
Um, I don't. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
I got a guy on my side that has the power of cartoons and God on his side.
Okay, so who would that be?
A certain monkey man, definitely.
Monkey D. Luffy. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. The one advantage where people don't understand is there are several people that Goku has fought, and they were stronger than him. But the one ability that he has, unlike any of the other characters, is that his ability to bridge the gap of strength is one of his powers. That he can literally bridge the gap of strength. Doesn't necessarily mean that he is stronger than him, but he becomes stronger the more that he fights with somebody who's stronger than him. So if he was to fight a Monkey D. Luffy and he's stronger than him, there's a good chance that Monkey D. Luffy is going to just be. And I love Luffy. He's one of my favorite characters, but I don't see him beating. And it's crazy because they actually have a crossover show with him and Luffy and all of the people from One Piece and Dragon Ball Z, and in an episode where there actually is a crossover show. I forgot the name of the show. Don't kill me. But if you know what it is, hit it in the comments below of what the show was. And they actually had them fighting and competing and stuff like that. And it was a great show. So let's just say we hope that Goku and Luffy never has to fight each other. We just want them to fight again. And there actually are fan developed anime that is out there that I watch where it's literally got all of our anime heroes in one big thing, and Goku again is the person who saves the universe. So I'm just a little bit biased. But I still love One Piece. You gonna let me do Luffy like that? One wish, one dream. And I have to say, if you get a chance, look at all of the creators of the powerful animes. They gave a beautiful tribute to Toriyama. So we just want to say here at C Dubs, our heart is hurt that one of the greatest creators of anime. I'm not saying he's the first to make anime. We were never claiming that, but he's the reason why people here in America loves Japanese anime. So may you rest in peace. And we hope that the Dragon Ball franchise and other animes come out that can measure up and have longevity, just like Dragon Ball Z, and all this other stuff. So, peace be to you. All right, so this is all of the time that we have today. Is there anything else that you want to say, laugh about, C-Dub?
Not really.
Okay, so he's a man of less words today. It's raining outside. Maybe that's the reason. And he's got his shorts on, so whatever. But I guess you're waiting for what's going on in April.
Cleveland Fan Expo is going to be happening in April.
So if you're from the Cleveland, Northeast Ohio area, maybe you will see me and CW there. Tell us hi. Tell us what you're thinking about the show. So my name is Matt.
I'm C Dubs.
And if you want to follow us, make sure you hit the like and share, and follow us at Willing Hands Incorporated. That is our channel. Your support the beautiful people here at Willing Hands, such as my friend C Dubs, and you can help us go see more anime. See you later.
See you later.